What's good, Coach Colin? And today I'm gonna give you one simple hack to help you instantly improve your shooting. So there's one simple shooting hack that most coaches have no idea even exists. I've heard very few people even talk about this, and I'm pretty sure I'm the guy who invented it. But basically the idea is just how you target the basketball hoop with your eyes. Now here's a big problem, is most of the time when players shoot, they keep their eyes in the center of their head. So to find the basket, they have to tilt their head up, right? And to do that, when they tilt their head up, what happens to their chest? It starts to raise out. Now, from hours and hours and years of studying, I found that one of the biggest problems in shooting is that players don't load their hips, and so they don't use this power factory, right? And basically, to load your hips to get more power from your glutes and your hamstrings and all that sort of good stuff, you've got to have your chest loaded towards the ground. But because most players target by tilting their head, it pulls their chest up, it starts a chain reaction. And so sometimes they're like, I'm trying to load my hips, but I just can't. So this simple targeting hack is the fastest way to ensure that you're getting more power into your jump shot, and it's something that a lot of pro athletes actually do, and that's what I call targeting through your eyebrows, meaning that to find the hoop, we want to raise our eyes and our head like this, rather than tilting our head back, keeping them straight. This is the single thing that I see screws up a ton of players before they even get started. So really think about when you're getting ready to target, we want our chest down, and you want your eyes to go up through your head like this instead of being pointed straight out. This one little trick, if you can train yourself to do it, can instantly help you hit more shots. But it's a lot easier said than done to break that habit. So here's two of my favorite drills to do it. All right, so the first drill I love is between the legs back pedal threes. Now, if you're younger, you can even do this closer. You can do form shots. You can do it from 15 feet, wherever you want to. But the concept is we're moving backwards and keeping our head down while we're doing our dribble. So the reason why I like this is it's kind of tough coordination, and it forces you to kind of keep your eyes down so you can see the basketball a little bit. So basically, the drill starts by you leaning forward, so you're getting your nose over your knees, and you're just going to backpedal and go between the legs from the inside to the outside, backpedaling to the three-point line. So I'm going between. As soon as I get behind the line, I'm loading into my jump shot and I'm firing up. Now this is where the key emphasis of the drill comes from. Once I get behind this line and I'm going into it, I want to drop my hips and roll my eyes up through my eyebrows as I'm going into my shot. Now it's gonna feel super funky the first few times you do it, and that's okay, right? You might airball, you might clink it off the glass, that's fine. But the more reps we get doing this and we snap our eyes up when we go into it, the more natural it's gonna feel. So try that out, try it out from a few different directions, and I promise it'll help you out. All right, the next drill I like is what I call eye lock shooting. You can use anything you want to for this drill. I'm gonna use a cone, but you could use a shoe, another basketball, an old t-shirt. You just need some sort of reference point on the ground to look at. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna stare right at that thing. We're gonna start our shot. We're gonna spin it to ourselves and we're gonna catch. We're gonna stare at this thing all the way until our hands touch leather on the basketball, and as soon as it does, I'm gonna try to keep my head as steady as possible and just snap my eyes up to the rim, right? Eyes to the eyebrow. So what you're really focusing on is, hey, on the catch, my head should not move that much to be able to find the rim and go into my jump shot. Again, we're just really hyper-focusing on our eyes, and that's the main mechanic that we're really trying to dial in on. So you can do this from different angles. I like to do it at 3, because that's about where most of my training goes on, but you can do it from the free throw line if you're younger. You can do it with form shots where maybe the cone's underneath the basket. There's a lot of great ways to do this. Just know, the closer you get to the hoop, the harder it's gonna be to get those eyes through, so it doesn't work quite as well, right? If I'm right up under the hoop right here, it's almost impossible to find the hoop and not tilt my head back, right? So most of the time this drill is better for kind of mid-range or three-point shooting, but again, it's one of my favorites to really work on snapping those eyes while keeping your head steady. All right, if you wanna shoot like a pro, you gotta train like a pro. So click the top link in the description down below and get instant access to the Pro Shooting Pack brought to you by our guys at Pro Class. Now you can work out with some of the best shooters in the world, guys like Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, just to name a few, to ensure that you're getting your jumper on point. And also, if you're new to Shot Mechanics, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell notification, because we're bringing the best videos on the internet to help you get better that you're not gonna wanna miss. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castella, and until next time, splash on. Buckets! Aye!